What's up, everybody? How you doing, man? Bear down, bear down. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. A lot of questions have been asking right now from everybody is what's going to happen with Tremaine Edmunds, okay?
What's up, everybody? How
A
you
lot
doing?
of rumors out
Bear
there.
down, bear down. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. A lot of questions have been asking right now from everybody is what's going to happen with Tremaine Edmonds.
So my question to you is, what do
A
you
lot
think
of
is going to
rumors
happen
out there.
to Tremaine Edmunds? Do you think that he's going to be on our team? What about Max Crosby? Do you think he's going to be on our team? We've got a lot of information, a lot of thoughts, a lot of questions I want to ask you. We'll be back right after this.
Hops on the ice, red lights flash, cool's in the summer, whole city mad. Tracks like a tone, lingering for the sound. City ride with it, yeah, this our town. It's Chicago. Fucking here, we live in Chicago. Sports podcast, yeah, we in it. Cut the take, cut the gone. Whole city tell you when we turn the ball. It's Chicago. Let's pay, lean in. Chicago. Sports podcast, yeah, this spin. Same heart, same code. Sports podcast, hey, let's go.
Like I said, there's a lot of rumors that are swirling around, and we want to get down to the bottom of this. I need your help, ladies and gentlemen. We got to sort through this and see what's really going on, okay? Because there's a lot at the forefront and there's not a lot of information. So usually where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's been a lot of talk about Tremaine Edmonds, okay? And then also the Raiders star, Maxx Crosby. The speculation is that he's not happy. He said that he wants out. And according to Albert Breer, though, Edmunds' name is drawing legitimate interest across the NFL. There's a lot of people that are interested in him with new insight into what trade values that could look like if Chicago decides to move on. I personally think that he's probably going to garner a the third day, draft. So you're looking at potentially a fourth, fifth rounder, something like that. What do you think is enough in order to get this guy in the building? Are you good with a fifth round draft pick? Are you good with a fourth? Are you good with a sixth? Do you want multiple? Can we use him for a trade to get somebody else? I would say, maybe another linebacker, right? We definitely going to need a linebacker or two. I've seen a lot of mock drafts and whatever. A lot of people are interested in getting a guy that fits Dennis Campbell's system and what that would look like. We need a guy that can fly to the ball, a guy that could stay healthy. I'd say a guy like D-Jack, but at that position, at the linebacker position, right? So who out there strikes you as an interest that we could potentially trade, I will tell you this, though, on the offensive side of the ball, okay? On the offensive side of the ball, things are starting to really look good, There's a lot going on. I mean, the deal is what Dan Roushar was on the Terran Armstead's podcast. I don't know if you remember him, but he's offensive lineman. Teron Armstead. I think he played for the Saints. He said, Dan said that he's transparent. He met with all three guys that played left tackle for us last year. I told all three of them, I know the left tackle position looks like what it looks like in this league. Your Armstead, the standard, that's a rare player that comes along, but somebody has to play that position similar to that. So that's what he's looking for, right? That's what he needs. He needs a guy that could do that, okay? So I will say, and here's the deal. These are all the guys that we've had, okay? This is our offensive line, okay? First, you got Trapilo. He's out. Then you've got Theo Benedict. And you got Braxton Jones. Whether or not he's going to be ready and healthy, you got Thuney and then Jordan McFadden, which was a huge, upgrade for us. Then you got Dahlman and Ryan Bates, questionable whether he'll be back. You got J-Jack and Luke Newman. Then you got Darnell Wright and Karan Amagaji. So we have a pretty good offensive line. in the grand scheme of things. However, we still need to take care of that left tackle position. And I'll tell you what, that's another thing that Dan touched on. He said, as far as the left tackle position goes, it's faceless right now. It's a nameless guy right now for us. It has to become the way we play the game at left tackle, similar to the way we play at right tackle, Darnell Wright. Is that guy in the building? I think there's guys who have traits, but not consistent enough and not the way we want to get it done. So, obviously he's not pulling any punches, okay? He reminds me a lot like Ben Johnson. He's going to tell it like it is. Let me know what you guys think about Dan Roushar on what he said. Is he saying too much? Is he saying enough? Is he holding guys accountable? Is that what you think that we need? Let me know in the comments below how you feel about all this, okay? Let's see who's all out there in the chat right now. What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for hanging out and showing out with us. What's up, Trapeze? Doug? Lewis, what up, man? From North Dakota. Yeah, so basically what you guys are saying right now is all true, man. Trap says he thinks that Tremaine is going to be traded. The asking price is too high for Max right now. I agree with that. The asking price is really high, and I really feel like what they're looking at right now is something comparable to what the Dallas Cowboys got from the Green Bay Packers, right? At least 2 first-round draft picks. That's a lot. Now, we could say that the first-round draft pick is a wash, right? Because how are you going to go ahead and find a guy like Maxx Crosby in this draft? He might someday elevate to that. But I think if you look back and you're honest with yourself, you do a moral inventory and you look, there is no rookie, startup rookie, that had the success that Maxx, not even Maxx had that success when he hit the league running, and I will say that. And so when you're in this position, with all this talent, when you have a Caleb, okay, on a rookie contract, when you have running back on a rookie contract, when you've got receivers on rookie contract, when you got a tight end on rookie contract, you've got all this going for you. All those are very, very expensive positions. All those are very, very expensive players at some point. And some point, you're going to have to pay them, right? So you need to strike iron while it's hot, right? So right now is the time. The window is closing. It's opening and it's closing fast. So we need to do something about this. We need to maximize what we've got. We need to try to get it in the next couple of years. Not saying that it's not sustainable, but there is a guy that could be that guy. And a lot of people said back in, spring, they say tracks. I don't think we should go out and get a Myles Garrett. I don't think we should go out and get a Maxx Crosby. We're not one player away from being in the Super Bowl. Guess what? I think we were one player away from being in the Super Bowl, because you guys all watch the Super Bowl, and you will have to agree with me that, come on, guys, let's be honest with ourselves. When we really look at it, we could have done a lot better job than freaking oh my gosh. I mean, seriously, when you look at that game that New England played, both games, I mean, we should have been there, okay? And I would hate to say this, but you kind of have to wonder, was that the one that we were close on knocking on the door and it got away? Or are we going to be able to run it back? I don't know. A lot of questions there, okay? Like I said, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a good review. Appreciate you guys if you like what's going on. Make sure you guys check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X app, YouTube. Subscribe. It's free, okay? Y'all know me. We do a lot of cool stuff. We do jersey raffles, giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff. Live watch parties. It's lit, man. At casinos, sports venues. We show up. We get together, man. This is a show created from a fan for fans, okay? So, and you might get yourself a nice jersey like this I got right here, man. Check this out. 34. Got a Walter jersey, okay? Boom. Black and gold, huh? Get you a hat too in the track store, okay? All right, back on track. Let's get back on track, okay? So, like I said, you get a guy like Maxx Crosby, and here's what Brad Biggs is saying. And we all know Brad Biggs, man, Chicago Tribune, friend of the show. He said, I do not expect the Bears to be in the Crosby sweepstakes, assuming, air quotes, that happens before the draft. In a vacuum, it's a great idea. In the big picture, it has been a realistic idea from the jump. It hasn't been a realistic idea from the jump, is what it says. So, yeah, getting back to that, especially if the Raiders can get anything close to what the Cowboys, like I said earlier, anything what the Cowboys got for a younger and at the time healthy Micah Parsons, 2 first-rounders and a very good, though aging, defensive tackle, Kenny Clark. And we saw what happened with the Packers when they lost Kenny Clark. Possibly one of their best, if not best, interior defensive linemen. They gave up a premium defensive tackle and 2 first-round picks. Not with the same salary cap situation and not when you look at the roster and where the Bears want to get it. So I think he's talking about potentially, not closing the window on a guy like Max, but not with what you would have to give up. So let me know what you guys think about that. Is there still somebody out there? Is there somebody out there that you like that is a Maxx Crosby type player? Now listen, I know, you guys, some of you guys have already said for a while, we were out on Maxx Crosby. Now Biggs is saying, don't expect Chicago to be in on the Maxx Crosby sweepstakes. Let me know in the comment below if you guys think that, are we out? Are we completely out? I gotta know. Okay. So what else do we have for you guys? To go over? Here is some of the left tackles. Switching gears back to offensive line for free agency. We all know that there's 3 ways to improve your roster, right? It's through trades, it's through free agency, and it's through the draft. So we're going to explore 2 of those. All right. Let's explore the free agency. Rasheed Walker, coming from the Packers. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know what you guys think, man. Would you be willing to go get a guy like Rasheed Walker from the Packers? Not sure. Listen, Jonathan Owens, he came with Simone Biles. That's fine, okay? She's got the Olympic hardware. She can go anywhere she wants. He's been all right. But Cam Robinson, that might be somebody to explore from the Browns. Not as expensive, okay? And then what's the asking price? This is what we got to ask ourselves. What are we going to give up in return? Jonah Williams, Jedrick Wills Jr., sorry. Vidarian Lowe, Joseph Noteboom, Kelvin Meacham, DJ Humphries, Trent Brown. Again, what are we going to give up for any of these players, okay? How much money is what I mean as free agents. Now, what about the draft, okay? Here's your first rounders, okay, at tackle at number 25. You got Monroe Freeling, Caden Proctor, Caleb Lomu. Okay, those 3 guys right there. Now, I know our friend Jacob Infante from Windy City Gridiron is a big fan of Caleb Lomu. He talked a lot about this guy. He loves him. I don't think he's completely polished yet, but he loves his ability, okay? Caden Proctor, I feel like he's going to go sooner. He's really tall. I think he's like 6'7" or something. Big boy. Monroe Freeling, another great guy. Just depends on how the draft goes. You all know this. So, now I will say this. Switching over to linebacker depth, man. This is what we got, man. We got Tremaine Edmunds and then Reeves Mainen And that's, he's a free agent. Are we going to get him back? Edwards, TJ Edwards, he's injured right now. Jackson is a free agent. Are we going to pick him up? Like, what's going to happen? I really hope we get D-Jack back. I know the last show we guys just had yesterday, you guys were really wanting to get D-Jack back. We had him on the show. Great guy. Awesome. Big motor. Love him. I really think he could do a great job. And then Hampton as backup. But Hippolyte. What do you guys think about this Hippolyte or Hypolite? I mean, really, look at that guy. We drafted him. I don't know what to say much about him, honestly. I don't know if the jury's still out on him or did we swing and a miss on that one. And then we got, Sewell. What's going on with this guy, right? What's going on with him? Right now he's injured. Is he going to be back? Is he going to be healthy? Let me know. Got a lot to go over. A lot of questions. We're going to explore all this and more in an upcoming show. We're going to get into a lot of good stuff, Here's some rounds 2 and 3 prospects. I want to bring in a couple guys that are really familiar with this draft class and what's going on out there. I always bring Jacob on before he gets too busy. But here's 2nd and 3rd round prospects. You got Max, okay? You got Caleb Tierman and Blake Miller, Jennings Dunker. Any of these guys, strike for you? Is it could we fill the bill? Could we go out and get our defensive tackle first? Someone in the middle, right? To stop the run and to help the interior linemen get that pressure on the QB. We need to get more pressure on the QB. We need to help out the bookends and, Austin. We need to help out Sweat, right? We need some help, man. We need some help from our big guys up front. So do we go get a guy 2nd round? Let me know in the comments below if you guys are okay with that, So a lot of questions, man. And, back again, I just want to revisit Tremaine. You guys all know how I feel about him. Met him. I know you guys have met a lot of players throughout your day, but this guy struck me something special, man. I watched him work the audience, talk to everybody when I was there at NASCAR for WGN. Shout out to Dane, helping me get that press pass and all that for the downtown NASCAR race. That was awesome, man. But I met Tremaine. Really nice guy. Look at you right in the eyes, man. A lot of respect for this guy. Great dude. I guarantee you he's taller. I'm 6'6", okay? This guy's every bit of 6'7". Very muscular, strong, fast. Led the team tackles, right? Had tied for he had 3rd most interceptions in the NFL at the time before he got injured. Then we had to rush him back because we needed him, to cross the finish line. But he was not. And I think if we had the money, obviously, he's due $15 million this year. Okay, like I said, can we get an early day 3 pick? And that market, by the way, is dictated by the fact that most teams are hesitant to pay off ball linebackers that don't bring a lot of pass rush value. So while he does make splash plays, he does a lot of good things. He has not been known to get that pass rush going, So this is all from Albert Breer, man. Shout out to Albert Breer bringing it, okay? And, also Albert says Tremaine Edmunds is somehow both heading into his 9th NFL season and still 2 months shy of his 28th birthday. So he's still got a few miles left on the tires, right? He could probably play till what? 32, 33, 34, whatever. Coming from the Bills, playing for the Bears. I mean, he was here when it was really rough, man. I'm not going to lie. Traded in to play from the Bills to the Bears. Come on, man. And so as the Bears seek a potential trade partner to shed a little salary, there should be a market for the big, athletic, still relatively young linebacker. Hate to see a guy like this go, man. This is the guy that always said, it's Chicago. Yeah, we're going to miss that, man. I mean, they're still going to have it, right? But it's not going to be the same, right? It's not going to be the same, but we all know this is a business. But I'm still a fan, okay? Sorry. I'm going to miss you, Tremaine. All right. Anyway, shout out to our sponsors, Bridges Scoreboard, home of the Hall of Fame menu and the coldest drinks in Chicagoland. To prep for your next Chicago sports night, visit bridgesscoreboard.com or call 219-924-2206. They got wing nights on Mondays and Thursdays, fish on Fridays. Tuesdays, Taco Tuesday. I mean, they got something every night, every day, man. They got the games going on right now. There's like 32 freaking screens going on right now. El Bandito, Yankee Tequila. Shout out to those guys, man. And so love those guys, man. Shout out to them. Anyways, what do you guys got planned for March Madness? I know we're going to have a couple shows on, so we're going to help you guys get ready to figure out your brackets and see what's going on. Whatever I tell you about your bracket, don't listen to. You guys already know. Tracks does not do well on brackets, okay? I'm football first, as you guys could tell, okay? Left tackle does not know much about basketball. Thought I did. Didn't go well. So, anyways, that's pretty much hey, I want to give a shout out to Donut Depot. Love those guys, man. Go check them out. Downtown Griffith. Okay. Check them out. They got the best donuts in the area, man. Fresh, made daily. They get up at like 3 a.m. and just start making that dough and just, oh man, so much goodness going on. They just had that punchki deal. Oh my goodness. I'm gaining calories just thinking about it. And then you got the gourmet popcorn, man, right off there off Main Street. Great popcorn, so many different flavors. They got over 30 flavors of popcorn. So they even had the Bears flavor with the orange and the blue, and they do a really good job, man. So shout out to those guys. So make sure you be a friend, tell everybody about us. And once again, final shout out to everybody that showed out in the chat. Love you guys. How do you guys like the new improvements? Got the camera up, got the light, maybe get a little higher so you can't see it off the glass reflection. I'm working through these things. But hey, man, appreciate you guys. You guys remember when I started in my garage, right? Now I'm in the studio, had a phone, a lot worse situation than this, and sitting back, phone, hanging out, talking to one Facebooker. That was it. And here we are, 28,200 on YouTube, man. Couldn't do it without you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Louie, thank you for showing up. Love you, brother. Doug, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you out there. Bears Capo, appreciate you, man. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Kelvin, there. The Banks deal. Jeffrey Simmons on the inside. Louie, you have no idea, bro. You're thinking exactly the way I'm thinking. Oh, my gosh. Yes. TJ. Yeah, he's on the downside of his career. Yeah, it's got to keep him healthy, right? Got to keep him healthy. So, round 2-3 would be a spot for a defensive tackle. Okay, so maybe go offensive lineman first, defensive tackle. I think we can all agree, though, that we need to hit the trenches. We saw what happened when we hit our trenches for the offensive line. We went from worst to first. It was amazing. Offensive unit looked so great, man. I mean, it was amazing. Our rushing top 3. Caleb, great numbers. Top 5 QB in the NFC, right? Good stuff, right? Advanced past the wild card. Louis says, this guy's got good ideas. He said we should have a draft show all 3 days. That'd be cool. Yeah, Doug, I agree, man. Keep it growing. And I couldn't have done it without you, okay? We always talk about grow. But you guys show. You guys show up early and often. You guys are always with me, my ride or dies. One day, when things get really, really good, and I already think they're really, really good, we're blessed, man. We're blessed way more than you guys think, okay? I'm telling you right now, we are super duper blessed, okay? I've been around the world. We are so blessed right here, man. And I'm blessed because of you guys. Love you guys, man. This is why I put it all on, because I want to hang out with you guys. You guys are a community. You know what I mean? Love you guys. So, yeah, couldn't have been. You guys are one of the first 28,200. I don't care if you just showed up right now or you showed up at the beginning. It's all of us, okay? It's all of us. So make sure you share it with your family, friends, neighbors, everybody. Get the word out, man. There's a time and a place for a 3-letter network of ABC, NBC, CBS. There's a time and a place for 4-letter networks, ESPN, CHGO. But this is where your voice gets heard. Go watch a show really quick on ESPN. Go watch that. Go see if any one of those guys are going to highlight and talk to you guys firsthand. Slide into their messenger at 10 o'clock at night, 4 in the morning. Not recommending that we do this, but it happens at times. Jersey sale, talk about whatever, amazing fourth quarter comeback, whatever, bad loss, whatever. Tracks, I'm there for you. My whole team's here for you. All my co-hosts are here for you. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's what you get, man, when you support local, okay? And I want your voice to be heard, because there were times where I just listened on the radio and I would call 1-800 whatever, ESPN, till my fingers freaking, man, I never got through. The one time I got through and they hung up on me, it was over. We're going to start some shows. I got a phone number for you guys. You guys call in. Let's do some stuff, right? Let's right now it's cool to text and have all this back and forth, but I want to hear your guys' voices. Leave me voicemails. Let's play them, right? Leave the voicemail. I'll throw the number up. We'll get it going. We had it back in the day and it kind of just dropped off, and that's partially my fault. I need to do that, right? So anyways, guys, appreciate you guys. Don't want to take up too much more of your time. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy this community, man. This community is you. It's all about you, okay? Love you guys, man. Bear down.
Hops on the ice, red lights flash, cool's in the summer, whole city mad. Tracks like a tone, lingering for the sound. City ride with it, yeah, this our town. It's Chicago. Fucking here we live in Chicago. Sports podcast, yeah, we in it. Cut the tape, cut the